The Taste is a forum created by the Goodfellas from High Fashion Living and Stature. Together, they've partnered to present a platform where they highlight today's top influencers to discuss their personal style and what makes the man behind the clothes. Today, they give you a taste into Aaron Christmon, wardrobe stylist and founder of Smart Dress, a celebrity styling service.
So, to kick things off, what does the word stature mean to you?
To me, stature is confidence, character, and style.
Talk to me a little bit more about character. Like, how do you exude character in your appearance and what you choose to wear?
I think it's just taking the time out, also to just reflecting on who you are as an individual and how you want to be portrayed to people that you meet on a day-to-day, whether that's coworkers or friends. But I think it's just all about confidence and how you carry yourself.
So would you say that like style kind of counts as like a social armor, kind of like to present yourself?
To a degree. I mean, it's obviously very personal. I mean, I think it means different things to different people, but I would say that's, yeah.
Man, nowadays, so what would you say is your personal style aesthetic?
My personal style aesthetic is kind of sporty, eclectic, a little bit of edge to my style. I would say it kind of defines me.
Absolutely, man. And I know you're a stylist here in the city, founder of the brand Smart Dress.
Thank you.
You work with a lot of people. Let's go back to the genesis, man. Tell us about your first recollection and your first experience with fashion.
So actually, as a kid, I would say it kind of started. I was in private school, so we had to wear uniforms every day. So having the opportunity to kind of get dressed outside of school was when I kind of started getting into it. I mean, literally going to like the grocery store with my parents,
yeah.
And they were doing everything. I'm into like the fashion magazine aisle, the magazine aisle, getting GQ, and I think that was like my first introduction. And that was before social media and the internet, so that was how I had access to knowing what was going on.
So like being able to pivot from this structured environment in private school, fashion was like a creative outlet for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, reading GQ, reading the magazines, was there any one person, any one trend, any one style that kind of stood out to you that really inspired you?
Honestly, I think it's just my interactions on just a day-to-day, whether that's people that I've worked with or, a music video that I may have recently watched or movies and TVs and film.
Speaking of film, like one that stands out to me, I love Clueless. By the way, I think like the 90s, that is the epitome. And so the 90s, it really is a very, like from a fashion standpoint, iconic when you kind of really look back at some of the trends. So how do you kind of go about looking at some of the trends that you've seen in the past and rolling that into what you're doing today in terms of how you style your clients?
Man, I think for me, it's all about conversation and getting to know who your client is. When I'm sitting down with people, it's getting to know who they are and kind of going back to what I said, like it's all about how you want to be perceived in your everyday life and who you are. So we can pull references from so many different things. I mean, everyone might have their favorite movie or, they might come from a certain background and they're inspired by certain things. So it's really just an open conversation.
Yeah, I mean, looking at some of the pieces you brought out here in terms of kind of personal style aesthetic. So you got these custom glasses over here. Is that an amber tint or what is that?
Yeah, so I have those custom made. I'm really feeling like a go wave right now. To your point earlier about the 90s, I kind of feel like they kind of give a 90s vibe.
Yeah.
And I just thought they were cool, complement a lot of the things that I wear in the day-to-day.
Okay, and then you got the next, so you clearly glasses guy, so you got the Celine's right here next to it. A little bit larger frame.
Yeah, being out, on the go a lot, sometimes I'm running all around outside, so for me, I like to have a pair of nice sunglasses, because a lot of times, whether I'm, doing shopping for a client, I may have to literally be in a t-shirt some days, because I'm doing so much running, so for me to just throw those on, it just kind of makes sense for me.
Gotcha. Then you got the Hermes link, shout out to Drizzy.
Yeah, so kind of same thing, like, I'm really kind of into like accessories, so I like to keep things kind of clean and minimalistic, but at the same time, like showing a reflection of who I am as an individual. So I thought that was cool because again, I could wear it with something super casual sometimes, or if I'm going to a nicer event, I could wear it with like one of my sport coats and it still kind of works.
Okay, and then we got is that a duffel bag? Is that a weekender? What is that?
Yeah, the duffel. It's a Barney's brand duffel, so I like that one too because again, on the go, I have my laptop sometimes, or I could be whatever I got to carry around with me that day, so it just kind of makes sense. And I like to kind of change my bags up too. that's one of the ones that I really like a lot that I tend to always
Just
pull
so
out.
you might need that to rock with your jacket.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That'll be a perfect compliment.
Yeah.